Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, August the 25th. Meteorologist James Bryant here, and it has been a long time since we have done video discussion like this, but I think it's needed as we might have some active weather coming up as we look towards next week, maybe in the tropics, something that could impact Arkansas. Of course, there's no guarantees, but it's something we're going to watch closely, and certainly for any interest that you may have down along the Gulf Coast, it's something to pay attention to. It has been a very quiet stretch of weather, and that's certainly a good thing. February gave us all the active weather we needed for the entire year, but after a relatively just hot and quiet period, we may have something to watch going forward. So this is just a quick tropical discussion, and we'll look at what may be possible down the road when it comes to impacts on Arkansas. We're looking at the next few days and then really about a week out. So this morning, our main area of concern is still in the southwest Caribbean, and we're looking at a tropical disturbance that has a 80% chance of development within the next 5 days. I think we may have a tropical system here within the next 3 to 4 days as it moves towards the Yucatan Peninsula. We don't have a system officially just yet, but there it is this morning on satellite, just north of the South American coast. It will become better organized over the next couple of days, and that's the area I'm talking about in the southwest Caribbean. It's going to slowly move towards the northwest, towards the Yucatan Peninsula this weekend. So initial track model guidance has this thing. Some members take it right through the Yucatan, some take it through the strait between the Yucatan and Cuba. But either way, it appears that there's a high degree of confidence among our forecast models that we're going to have a tropical depression or a tropical storm as we get into the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, in the western Gulf of Mexico. You can see that's kind of where this area is highlighted. Up towards the Louisiana and Texas coastline is eventually where this could end up. Again, it's hard to predict exactly where it'll go when we don't even have a formed, closed-off area of low pressure yet. But the possibility is there as we get into the weekend that a tropical storm is entering the southwestern or western Gulf of Mexico. This is the Euro ensemble probability of a tropical storm, and those parameters are fairly high. Too early to talk about any type of intensity forecast, but a tropical system definitely possible. You look at other ensembles, and they're a little bit different. You're not going to find the same thing on every model that you look at this stage, but generally it takes this thing into the western Gulf of Mexico, and we know that when systems go into the western Gulf of Mexico and impact the southeast Texas coastline or the western Louisiana coastline, that it always has a chance to impact Arkansas in some way. That doesn't mean it's going to come straight through Arkansas, but even a system that goes to the west or just slightly to the east can give us a chance at some impacts. So you look at Euro ensembles, and there's still a long ways to go, but 96 hours from now, it looks like there's fairly good agreement that we're going to have a tropical storm off the Yucatan Peninsula, and from there it will drift northwest over the next couple of days by Monday, Sunday, and Monday. And from there, I like to show people this because it shows there's a wide range in possibilities, all the way from the northeast Mexican coast, all the way through southeast Texas, Louisiana, and all the way to the Florida Panhandle. Most members are clustering right in here between the Texas coastline and Louisiana coastline. And that's at 130 hours out, so there will still be some changes to this. But a tropical system, it looks like there's going to be one off our southeast U.S. coast or southeast Gulf of Mexico as we get into early next week. And then from there, models continue to diverge as it moves inland, but the landfall location certainly is important when it comes to Arkansas weather. Those were the Euro ensembles. The GEFS ensemble kind of shows a similar scenario as we get into next week as well. So we talk about potential impacts. Certainly, at a minimum, just if this comes in our direction, an increase in moisture is a good bet, and that could lead to at least small rain chances. This is ensemble rainfall. As you look at next week, this is getting into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Those members are starting to starting to hint at the potential for a rainfall, depending upon the track of this tropical system. And so that is what we are going to closely be watching as we get into the weekend and into early next week. It's not a done deal by any stretch of the imagination. There's a long way to go. We don't even have a system completely formed yet. But been a while since we've had anything active to talk about, and the degree of confidence that we'll have a system in the Western Gulf late this weekend is there. There's a high degree of confidence. So that leads me to believe, based off of the direction that this is headed, that Arkansas could see impacts. So we're going to keep a close eye on that. If you'll stay with us on Facebook, Twitter, Todd, Barry, Melinda, and I, it's something we'll be watching all week long, into the weekend, and into next week. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay with us. We'll continue to update you as needed.